A very good morning to my dear students of class 9. I extend a very warm welcome to you all for this new academic session. And I, Pooja Rastogi, and I'm going to teach you social science 2 for this year. Now children, I am pretty sure you all have availed the books from different bookstores or something like that, and you are ready to start this session with full zeal and enthusiasm. Now let us begin with the first chapter of geography, which is India, size and location. But for that, before beginning with the topic, we should know a little, information about this country, that why are we going to study and what aspects are we going to cover in this chapter. To begin with the chapter, let me introduce our country where we live, which is India. India is known as Indian subcontinent. Why the word sub is added to this? Because a major continent fulfills different sets of criteria and India is falling somehow into that criteria. It is more like a continent in terms of size and it fulfills some of its categories. Therefore, it is being referred to as Indian subcontinent. Now, to introduce our country, India is one of the ancient civilizations in the world. It has achieved multifaceted socio-economic progress. Multifaceted socio-economic progress means it has achieved so many dimensions in terms of growth and development of social and economical backgrounds. Now, during the last 5 decades, so India achieved these dimensions and growth in terms of social and economic progress into the last 5 decades. One decade talks about how many years? 10 years. So in the last 50 years, we have achieved this much. India has moved forward, displaying remarkable progress in the field of agriculture, number one, industries, technology and overall economic development. India has also contributed significantly. Now, this means that India has not just achieved, progress and growth into one sphere or just one dimension. India has achieved overall growth and development in the field of agriculture, industry, technology, and overall economic development with advancement of globalization. Now, in this chapter, the topics which we are going to cover are number one, India's location, number two, its size, third, India and the world, how India is connected with world, and the fourth topic, which is its neighbors. So to begin with the first topic, let us start location. From the word location, children, you must be clear the location of this country where we live is India. Where does India actually lies? To give you the answer to this question, India lies completely in the northern hemisphere. For that, you need to know what is northern hemisphere. Children, this is our earth and the earth is divided into two spheres by an imaginary line, which is 0-degree equator. 0-degree equator divides earth into two hemispheres, northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere. So to make you understand, India lies completely in northern hemisphere. Therefore, all the latitudes on the map of India, latitudes are horizontal lines and longitudes are vertical lines. Alright? So these are longitudes, these are latitudes. Therefore, to remember this as a trick to mark, you will never fail in this. When you know India lies completely in the northern hemisphere, all the lines of latitude will be showing N, right? N. You cannot see S for India because India is lying completely in the northern hemisphere. We have nothing to do with southern hemisphere, right? We have nothing to do with this southern hemisphere. So we will see all the lines of the latitudes mentioning on the map of India with N, right? N means north. Now let us see the location of India. India lies entirely in the northern hemisphere between latitudes of 8 degrees 4 north and 37 degrees 6 north. Means the lines of latitudes are like this. All these lines of latitudes between they are same. So we will see the top line, which is, it means it lies between, in between these two lines of latitude, which are, children, the last line of latitude 8 degrees 4 north and between, children, 37 degrees 6 north. 37 degrees 6 north. So I hope you must have understood the concept of India lies between the latitudes. In between these latitudes is your country India. So this we have talked about only for lines of latitudes. But what about the longitudes? Now let us see the extent of longitudes. Okay, now extent of longitude means between what lines of longitude is India lying, and you have so many lines of longitude dividing our country, right? So we will see the lines of longitude from where till where in between these lines India is lying. So the location of longitudes between which India is lying are 68 degrees 7 east and 97 degrees 25 east. 68 degrees 7 east and 97 degrees 25 east. 97 degrees 25 east. So I hope you must have understood the concept of latitudes and longitudes. So India lies between 8 degrees 4 till 37 degrees, 37 degrees 6 north latitude and 68 degrees 7 east and 97 degrees 25 east. So in between these lines of longitudes and in between these lines of latitudes, right? So the second point which tells us about location of our country is that India is divided by Tropic of Cancer in almost 2 equal parts. Children, you all are aware about of map of India. If you have one map of India, I would ask you to open that map and see Tropic of Cancer dividing India roughly into 2 equal parts. All the maps nowadays are having Tropic of Cancer already marked. But if you see a map which is not having, then it will divide roughly into 2 equal parts. 23.5 degrees north is the angular value for Tropic of Cancer. So Tropic of Cancer is dividing India into, this is the dotted line for Tropic of Cancer, and it is dividing India into 2 roughly equal parts. Are these 2 points clear to everybody? I hope yes. The third point, in southeast, Andaman and Nicobar Islands lie in Bay of Bengal. We all know the four cardinal directions: north, south, east, west. Now, again I will repeat my statement. In southeast, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. South, east. So these are the group of islands known as Andaman and Nicobar Islands. And the water body here is known as Bay of Bengal. Right? So this is Bay of Bengal, and in southeast you have Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Now children, let us see what are the other island groups which are lying in our country. So the southwest side of the country, we have the Lakshadweep Islands, which lie in Arabian Sea. So southwest area, which water body we see? It is Arabian Sea. Arabian Sea, and the group of islands are known as Lakshadweep. So these are the islands known as Lakshadweep Islands. I hope this much is clear to you all, right? So children, after this, the next statement which we are going to see is that the land route of India, children. For example, we have seen so many land routes. Then we will see India covering so many areas and connected to so many countries, which will be shared afterwards in the class. But for this class specifically, we are here to understand location of our country, children, right? We are here to see location of our country. Now in this, we have seen 4 important points, I hope, which are clear to you, right? So in the next class, we will see how India is connected with the world. India and the world. So children, I am assured of this thing, that you people are going to learn this topic, read it from the chapter, and then we will come back in the next class with the second topic of this chapter, which is India and the world. So thank you so much children. See you all in the next class. Till then, bye-bye. Take care.